Have you ever wondered how God communicates with us about the restoration of our wasted years? We all have periods in our lives that we look back on and wish we had used differently. Maybe it's time we spent in unhealthy relationships, or years we gave to a career that wasn't fulfilling. These are what we often refer to as our wasted years. In the Christian faith, however, there is a beautiful promise that God can restore these wasted years. This restoration is not about turning back time, but about God's power to bring good out of our past mistakes and missed opportunities. Understanding God's messages to us is essential, especially when it comes to recognizing the signs of this extraordinary restoration. Today we'll explore a fascinating topic: the 7 signs that indicate God is about to restore your wasted years. So what if I told you that you could instantly take control over an incredibly powerful subconscious force that's right under your nose? Curious? Now let's delve into the 7 signs that indicate God is about to restore your wasted years. Sign 1: New opportunities. The first sign is the emergence of new opportunities. Imagine a door that was previously closed, mysteriously swinging open, revealing a path you never thought possible. This is often how God signals his desire to restore what has been lost. Consider the story of a man who, after losing his job unexpectedly, was presented with an opportunity to start his own business, a venture he had never considered before, but ultimately led to success beyond his wildest dreams. This was not a coincidence, but a divine intervention, a sign of God's restorative power at work. Fresh opportunities like these are not just about getting back what's been lost. They are about getting back more than what was lost. They are about abundance, growth, and new beginnings. So keep an eye out for fresh opportunities. They could be a sign of God's restoration plan. Sign 2: Inexplicable peace. The second sign is experiencing an inexplicable peace. Imagine you're in the middle of a storm, a tempest of life's trials and tribulations, yet you feel serenity in your heart. That's the kind of peace we're talking about. It's the kind of calm that doesn't make sense to the outside world because it's divine. It's beyond human understanding. It's like being in a boat in the middle of a stormy sea, yet feeling completely safe and secure. This peace is a sign of God's presence and his plan to restore. It's his way of letting you know that he's got everything under control. He's shaping your path, even if you can't see it right now. It's a powerful reassurance, a divine whisper in your soul saying, "I am with you." So if you're experiencing a deep sense of peace, it's a sign that God is working in your life. Sign 3 and 4, dreams and prophecies, and unexpected blessings. The 3rd and 4th signs are dreams and prophecies and unexpected blessings. Now, dreams and prophecies might seem a bit mystical, but they can indeed be channels for divine messages. Consider this. You're having a series of dreams where you're flourishing, or perhaps you receive a prophecy from a trusted spiritual leader, all pointing towards a season of restoration. These aren't mere coincidences, but divine orchestrations. Then come unexpected blessings. Imagine you're walking your everyday path, and out of nowhere, a blessing lands in your lap. It could be a job offer, a financial gift, or even a healing. These aren't just your run-of-the-mill good luck charms. They're signs from above, signaling that God is at work, restoring what might have been lost or wasted. So pay close attention to your dreams, listen carefully to prophecies, and welcome unexpected blessings. Remember, God can use dreams, prophecies, and sudden blessings to signal restoration. Sign 5 and 6. Inner transformation and positive changes. around. The fifth and sixth signs are inner transformation and positive changes around you. Imagine a caterpillar, cocooned in its chrysalis, slowly undergoing a metamorphosis. It's a process that's unseen, intimate, and profound. This is much like the inner transformation that takes place when God is restoring your years. It's a deep personal change that begins in the heart and radiates outward. You may find yourself letting go of old grudges, releasing past hurts, and embracing forgiveness. You might discover a newfound strength, resilience, or patience you didn't know you possessed. As you change, your perspective on life changes too, and you start to see the world through a lens of grace and gratitude. Now, let's consider a seed. When planted in fertile soil, it begins to grow. First, it sends out roots, then a sprout, and eventually it becomes a flourishing plant. This is akin to the positive changes around you. As you transform internally, the world around you begins to shift as well. Relationships may heal, opportunities may arise, and situations that once seemed insurmountable become manageable. It's as if the universe is conspiring in your favor, aligning circumstances to aid in your journey of restoration. Let's take a look at the story of Joseph in the Bible. He went through years of hardship, from being sold into slavery by his brothers to being unjustly imprisoned. Yet in the midst of these trials, Joseph underwent an inner transformation. He grew in wisdom, humility, and faith. And when the time was right, God restored his years, not just by reuniting him with his family, but also by raising him to a position of great influence. So if you're experiencing inner transformation and positive changes around you, take heart. God is at work. He is taking the broken pieces and weaving them into a tapestry of restoration, turning the years the locusts have eaten into a harvest of blessing. It's not an easy process, but it's one that's worth it. Remember, just like the caterpillar and the seed, the most beautiful transformations often happen in the dark, and the most fruitful seasons often follow the most barren ones. So hang on. Your restoration is on the way. Sign 7, divine connections. The seventh sign is forming divine connections. Divine connections are those relationships that God specifically orchestrates for our benefit. They are people who walk into our lives, not by accident, but by divine intervention. They bring with them wisdom, guidance, support, and sometimes they even hold the keys to doors we've been waiting to open. Let's take a moment to consider the tale of Ruth and Naomi. Ruth, a Moabite woman, finds herself widowed and in the company of her equally bereaved mother-in-law, Naomi. Despite her own suffering, Ruth stays with Naomi, and through their journey, they form a divine connection. This connection leads Ruth to Boaz, her future husband, and brings her into the lineage of Christ. Ruth's story is a powerful testament to how divine connections can change the course of our lives. So if you're making new divine connections, it's a clear sign that God is restoring your wasted years. So these are the 7 signs that God is about to restore your wasted years. With new opportunities on the horizon and an inexplicable peace in your heart, you're already on a path of divine restoration. Dreams and prophecies might be guiding you, and unexpected blessings are a clear sign of God's work in your life. Witnessing an inner transformation and positive changes around you are further indications of God's grace. Lastly, divine connections, those relationships that bring you closer to your purpose and destiny, are a sure sign of God's restoration plan. Remember, God's timing is perfect, and His restoration encompasses every aspect of your life. It's a journey, so stay patient, stay faithful, and embrace the signs as they come. Are you ready to transform your life and reach levels of success and happiness that you never dreamed possible? Frequently questions. 1. What does it mean for God to restore my wasted years? Restoring wasted years refers to God's ability to transform periods of your life that you might perceive as lost or unproductive into something positive and fruitful. It involves turning past difficulties and missteps into opportunities for growth and blessings. 2. How can I recognize the signs of restoration? Signs of divine restoration can vary, but often include new opportunities, a newfound peace despite circumstances, meaningful dreams, unexpected blessings, inner transformation, positive changes in your surroundings, and the emergence of significant new relationships. 3. Are these signs guaranteed to manifest for everyone? While many believe in the manifestation of these signs, their appearance and timing can differ vastly from person to person. Faith, context, and personal belief systems play significant roles in how or whether these signs are experienced. 4. What should I do if I observe these signs? If you notice one or more of these signs, consider reflecting on your life's path and your spiritual relationship. Engage in prayer or meditation to seek clarity and guidance on how to respond and take advantage of these signals. 5. Can I encourage God's restoration process? While the restoration process is believed to be divinely led, maintaining a positive and open mindset, practicing forgiveness, pursuing personal growth, and staying spiritually connected can foster an environment conducive to restoration. 6. Is it possible to mistake ordinary events for signs of divine restoration? Yes, it's possible. Discerning divine signs often requires deep spiritual insight and sometimes guidance from spiritual mentors or leaders. Always consider seeking multiple perspectives when interpreting potentially divine occurrences. 7. Does God restore wasted years only in spiritual ways, or can it be in practical, everyday terms too? Many believe that God's restoration can manifest in very practical ways, such as new job opportunities, improved relationships, or sudden improvements in health, as well as in more spiritual or emotional forms, such as increased peace and spiritual awareness. 8. What if I don't see any signs of restoration? Not perceiving signs does not mean restoration isn't coming. Continue to live your life with intention and faith, focusing on personal growth and resilience. Sometimes signs become apparent only in hindsight.